welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Beauty by Ashley Delgado here. Today is a nice chill night and I'm gonna record a video for you all. It's actually raining outside and I feel like the past couple videos that I posted, it was raining outside. I don't know what's going on here, but this rain is loving us. Anyways, let's get to this video because I'm very excited. I'm going to be reviewing a product for the very first time, and it is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Foundation. I also got the concealer and I also got a darker shade of concealer to use as bronzer. So we're going to be trying that all tonight and I'm very excited. Like I said in my haul video, if you saw it, I saw someone post a video on Instagram and they were using this. It's one of them, I can't remember who it is, but she posted a video using this and let me tell you, her skin looked flawless. And like, I didn't even finish the video. I just went onto the site and I purchased them. So I did get a few different shades since, you know, I couldn't try it on in person. I got a few shades to try out and see, but I hope I look like this girl after this video, because if I don't, I'm gonna be really upset and I'm gonna want my money back. I'm kidding, but I will be kind of tight because, you know, I don't think she had a filter on. I really genuinely think that her skin just looked flawless. I mean, some people just have flawless skin. Your girl does not. I have acne prone skin. My skin is very sensitive, so I can't use certain things that have a lot of set in them, or just certain things, you know, just really breaks me out. So I try to keep it simple, but I always love when I can find the foundation that is not too heavy or thick, but it has a good coverage. So let's test this bad boy out and see. So if you would like to see the final result, then make sure you keep on watching to the very end of this video. Don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. So as I said, I did get a few shades because I didn't know what shade I was gonna be. They're not very far off from each other. So I got F8, F9.5, and F10.5. So I'm just gonna open them up here and see which one I think will be closest to my shade. So this one is actually a pump. So it has a pump on it. So this one says Conceal and Hydrate. I did not realize that I got different types, but this one says Conceal and Hydrate, and then this one says Conceal and Define. So they are different. Okay, so this one actually has an applicator. All right. And then I have F8, which is a Conceal and Hydrate one with the pump as well.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
So what I'm gonna do for this, I'm always dropping something.
Take two.
So what I was trying to say is, what I'm going to do for this video is I'm gonna do, nothing wants to stay on my vanity right now. I don't know what's going on, but I don't keep recording because it is what it is. So what I was gonna say is I'm going to do half of my face with a brush applicator. So I'm going to apply the foundation with a brush, and also the concealer, I'm going to use a brush as well. And then the other half of my face, I will be doing it with my beauty sponge. So since I'm trying the foundation out for the first time, I like to try it various ways to see what I think about it. So yeah, okay. Let me pick up this mess. Hold on. So hopefully nothing else falls off of my vanity. Let's try this out. I don't know. I'm going to put 10.5 there. I just want to see what that looks like on me. I'm going to do this side as my brush side. I gotta look in this little mirror because... Alright, I think the 10.5 is good, but I'm going to go in with the 9.5 just to test it out here. So I did notice that this is like a little more thicker, and then this 9 one is a little more liquidy. I don't know. I might mix both of them. I do want to prime my face before I go in with the concealers. So I'm just gonna go in with my LA Girl primer spray. I'm just gonna spray that all over, and then I'm gonna use the Pore Professional from Benefit. I'm just gonna put this like on my nose a little bit. Try to like minimize those pores, you know what I mean? So we're gonna rub that in. So I'm kind of just doing it like in the area here, and then I'm gonna go in this Pore Professional. This one is the Hydrate Primer. So the other one is the Pore Primer, and this one's a Hydrate Primer. And I'm just gonna put this one everywhere else where I'm kind of like drier. So if you've seen previous videos of mine, I use multiple primers. I don't tend to just use one, depending on like what I'm doing and, you know, how my skin is acting that day. But I usually try to use more than one. Alright, so now that I got my primer on and my face feels nice and moisturized, I'm going to go in the foundations. So like I said, this side of my face I'm going to do with a brush, and then the other side of my face I will do with the sponge. So I took a little bit of the 10.5, and what I'm going to do on my brush is I'm going to put the 9.5, pump a few things of that there, and then just kind of work that into my skin. Now I kind of feel like I shouldn't have mixed the 9 one. We shall see. We're gonna blend this all in. So I'm gonna have to like really sit here and blend this in because I think I put way too much on. So on the other side, I'm gonna make sure that I don't put that much on. And I just wanna look in this. Okay, because in the camera view, I'm looking a little yellow, but when I look into my vanity mirror here, I don't look yellow, so that makes me feel better. But we're gonna just kind of rub that all in. Put my little headband on today. I'm so used to like when I put my foundation on, I like to go back in after with my beauty sponge, so I'm gonna have to like really make sure that I don't do that. But I'm just going to take a pump of the 9.5. I'm not going to put too much because as I said on this side, I put way too much. And I'm going to get that in with my beauty sponge. Well, as you can see, it is blending out very nicely with the sponge. So with the brush, you definitely are getting more product, as you can see here. It's easier to blend it into the skin. All right, so I'm gonna switch brushes here. I'm gonna use this Real Techniques brush. It's not as dense as the other brush, so maybe it'll be easier to kind of like blend that product in. So I think that's what it is. I think I just kind of approached it with the wrong brush. So let me just dab it in with this brush and see how that blends out. So definitely you don't want to use it with such a, I'll show you the difference in the brushes, because that was just like making all of the foundation sit right on top of my skin there. So this is the difference in the brushes. So this one is really, really dense, and then this one isn't. You see that? So this one is Fenty Beauty, and this is a Real Techniques brush, and that is what they look like. And I definitely see that it's way more blendable with this kind of brush. So switch that up there. Definitely looks better because it was looking a little scary there for a sec. And I like to bring it down into my neck. I bring it over to my ears because I just like, you know, my whole face to look even. That is that. Okay. I mean, okay, I'm not knocking it. Oh, you can kind of see it here. So in close up, this here, it looks a little more cakey and dry, but I don't know if it was because of the first brush or whatever the case may be. It's a little cakey in between my nose as well. Let me see this side. All right, we're gonna continue and see what we think. I mean, the coverage is great. I think I really like it. My face just might be too dry for the product, so let's just continue and see. We're gonna continue on with our concealer and our bronzing there and see what we think. So I don't know how dark I want to go with my contour. This is in the number 13. So this is what it looks like here. I'm gonna just, oh, I think that's good. What other number did I get? Oh, I got a 13.5, which is a little bit darker. So I'll just go here with this 13 because I think it's fine. We're gonna bring that up like that. All right, and then I'm gonna just put a little bit on the forehead there, and then we'll do on the nose, and we can do a little bit here under. So for the brush side, I'm gonna take my KKW Beauty brush. This is my favorite brush for blending out any kind of cream contour. So we're gonna just tap that right into the skin like so. It's very blendable. So this shade color that I have in the 13, this is a concealer, but we're using it as bronzing contour, and it is full coverage concealer. I like it. It blends out very nicely. Like that is a very nice color. then down the nose. All right, and then we're gonna go in on this side with the beauty sponge. Yeah, so definitely feel like, let me just look in this mirror before I say that. I definitely feel like I lost a lot of the, I can see that there. Oh, wrong side. I gotta get like that. I love that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in a little bit more on this side, try to like deepen that, because I don't feel like it's as intense as that side. So let's go back in and let's blend this up like that. That's better. I mean, this side did dry a little bit, so maybe that's why. I don't know. Blend this out, and like I said, I did add on a little bit more on this side because I felt like it wasn't as noticeable like this side. So there we go. That is my brush side. I really am loving that. And then my beauty sponge side. Looks a little crazy, but it's okay because once you put your concealer on, it'll be all good. All right, and then for concealer, yeah, that's light. We're not gonna go in with the 6.5 because that looks super light. Let's try the 8. Let's see what the 8 is looking like. Okay, I feel like the 8 is a little more, yep, okay. We're gonna go in with the 8 here, clean some of that up. So we're just gonna get the corners there. That's where I feel like my eye is the darkest. And then we will just put a little bit in here, and then kind of, you know, a little area in there. And then I think I am gonna cut this a little bit. So I'm gonna use my concealer brush from Rare Beauty. It looks like this. I love this brush because it like fits perfectly into these areas. All right, as much as I want to keep that bottom with the brush, I think that I'm going to have to touch it with the sponge, but we'll see. I'm gonna try my best to not have to. I mean, I can always just go back in and touch this. That may help. All right, and then we're gonna go in on this side with my beauty sponge. I'm feeling this concealer though. Yeah, you definitely have to like blend it out quickly, but I feel like that's what most, you know, like with most products that you use, like you should blend them really quick. Alright, so it just takes a little more blending with the brush, but that's okay. We can handle that, right? Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some powder here, and I'm just gonna get that on with my concealer brush, just like so. And then on this side, get that on with my sponge. Chitting more. So with the sponge, and then I'm also going to go over that. So unfortunately, there is not really a way that I could take this powder off with the sponge. So I am going to go ahead and dust that off with a brush on both sides, like so. Just gonna go, actually, let me look in my little mirror because I'm looking in this and I'm like, what is that right there? All right, I think it's just from kind of looking in the, all right, so I do want to use a blush. I'm going to add in a blush. It's not from them. This is all that I had from them was their foundation, the concealer that I bought for the contour, and then the actual concealer that I'm using to conceal my eyes. So I don't have any other products from them, but I just wanted you all to see that there. But I'm just gonna add in a few finishing touches. So I'm gonna get in some blush. I'm gonna go in with my Happy blush from Rare Beauty. All right, let's get a little close and personal. Okay, so that is the final look using my Revolution foundation, concealer, and contour concealer, whatever you want to call it. Let's take a closer look and see what we think. So this side, as you saw, was with the brush, and that is how it looks there. And then this side here was with a sponge, and this is how it looks here. So this is more of a kind of like softer look. It doesn't contour as much as this side. It isn't as cut crease. I feel like the concealer is definitely brighter on this side with the brush as opposed to with the sponge. And same thing for everything, you know, you can see kind of the color of the contour more. And then of course I would take like a powder bronzer and throw that over, but I want to keep the brush side separate from the sponge side, so I didn't do that today. But I think, you know, both sides look flawless. I think it just is preference on how you prefer to do your makeup, you know, depending on where you're going or what you're doing it for and all that good stuff. But I do think that both applications work for me. This is just more glam bam, and this is more a soft kind of, you know, evening look. I do notice on the brush side that in here you can kind of see like the crease a little bit more. It is a little more drier looking than this side. This side with the sponge, you don't really see that, and on this side you can't really see it in here, unfortunately. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about, but it does look for me more dry in this area than it does on this side than it does on that side. So I do also feel like with the brush here, I don't know if it's just, I mean, nah, it could just be the way that my acne is right now, but I do notice it more on this side than I do on this side. It's there, but it's not as prominent as it is on this side. I mean, I don't know, I think that's pretty much it. But I do like, for the price of this foundation, you ought to go and get yourself some, okay? Like I said, I do have drier skin, so that is just me. But for someone who doesn't have drier skin, I think someone who has oily skin, this will be the perfect foundation for you. Like, for the price, it is worth it. I think that it looks great. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. But yes, I think for the price that this is definitely a good find, a good foundation. I think you all will enjoy it. I think I look flawless. I don't know about you. All right. Well, if you can't hear, my son definitely just woke up and I think that he wants a bottle. So I'm going to have to cut this video and go get him some leche. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for sharing some quiet time with me. And now it's time for me to go be mom. Okay? So I will catch you all in my next video. I love you all. Good night. Bye.